Hello, welcome to the McAllister Scouting Report. This is John McAllister, and today on Around the State, we're going to talk with a really good running back prospect out of Maple Heights High School in Cleveland. And Edward Robinson is 5'11, 185, 188 pounds, and he can run. He's fast, he's tough. He has some natural ability, and I believe he could be the top running back prospect in the class of 2023. My opinion that he could be. He's that good. He's that tough, and he's really has speed. I think you'll enjoy the video podcast because he's honest, he's confident, and he's really sincere. Sit back, watch Edward Robinson III from Cleveland Maple High School on my video podcast today. Thank you. Welcome to my podcast, Edward Robinson III, right?
Yes, sir.
And to make it easy, I'll probably just call you Ed or Eddie.
Okay.
Ed, you have tremendous stats, tremendous speed, and things like that, and you're a running back. Why football? Why play football? Why not track and really focus on track?
So first, I've been playing football since I was 5 years old.
Oh,
It was all yeah. So it was always in the plan. I knew what I wanted to do at a young age, and once I got to eighth grade, I found out like that's really what I wanted to commit to. In eighth grade, I was in the track area. I played basketball, but when I got to high school, I really just cut it down. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's really what put football, over everything else. It's just
Okay, let me ask you then, do you like football or do you love football?
I love football. I love football. Sometimes my teammates get mad at me because I'm yelling at them. I play with a bunch of emotion. I get mad about the little things. Football. You see me in football, I'm kind of a different person. I'm more focused. I'm more emotional. You know what I mean? I play with a passion.
Good. That's really good. That's super. Uh, so that's kind of the keys to your success.
Mhm.
I think toughness and speed and passion. Has there been anybody in your life that's you look back and it's kind of been pushing you and been encouraging you and things like that to be a good athlete?
Yes. So I have two uncles and a brother, and we're all around kind of like the same age. So like from my old, from my uncle, he's played in college. He was at Michigan, Maryland. To my brother, who's at Tiffin right now, and to my other uncle, we're 6 months apart, who's at St. Ed's. Actually, Joel Castleberry. They just won the D1 state championship. So just seeing, just them seeing how they operate and how they handled their recruiting and how they handle the college life. They just learning from them, and they push me to do better and go harder every day.
That's really good. So if I ask you, what are words you live by? What's a motivational thing for you? Even at my old age, I still get motivated. I
Yeah.
still have energy to what do you live by? What words motivate you?
Well, first, I am a Christian first, so we go by this saying, holy, humble, and hungry.
That's good.
Yeah,
I may write that down and use that.
yeah.
Holy, humble, and hungry.
Always keeping God first, always holy, humble. Not getting too big headed, because you can always get humbled by somebody else, and then always hungry to get after it and get more.
You got a chance to be holy for sure. You got a chance to be hungry, and you got a chance to be really good if you really work at it.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm not so sure, I'm not as smart as a lot of these guys, but I'm not so sure you're not the best running back in your class. Okay. You're running back in the Ohio 23 class, and
Hmm.
you've gotten better and better at that. I've watched you since you were a sophomore, and you do a lot of things, and we'll talk about it in a minute on film that I really like. Okay, if here's my first silly question: if you
Okay.
could hang out with somebody, or if you could trade places with somebody for one day, who would it be and why? Anybody, anybody. Who would it be?
Let me think. Probably The Rock, Dwayne.
Oh, okay, you caught me off guard. Okay, The Rock. Why The Rock?
I just want to see how it feels to be that big. The reactions he get from everybody. I know, like when he's out in public, people probably react crazy. Not, I mean, yeah, he's a celebrity, but think about how big he is. He's huge. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Good.
Dwayne
Okay, let's talk football now. Okay, you're a running back, 5'11" and 190 pounds every other day, and you're gonna, you're gonna be a 200, obviously a 200 plus back, 215, 210 running back, I believe, and you've got the strength. What do you see? What do you see are your best qualities as a football player? What do you think?
Well, I'm very versatile. I also can go in the slot, you know, and give you a route, give you that speed out, give you that post corner, you know what I mean? So um I'm just also in the slot, but as a back, I'm not just a speed back. You know what I mean? I'm a power back. I can get you that 3rd and 1. I can get you that 4th and goal, you know what I mean? So I think what separates me from a lot of different other running backs is I'm very versatile.
Okay, you can catch the ball not only out of the backfield but downfield,
Yes, sir.
if that makes any sense. What do you think? Here, okay, here's what I see. Okay, here's what I see. I think you've got really good speed.
Hmm.
You've got probably really excellent burst, initial burst, and
Hmm.
then you get through the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to see you have a little bit more noticeable fifth gear, but you still run fast. I mean, the great backs sometimes, some of them have that extra burst. But
Right.
what you do, if you turn on Iowa State or if you turn on Cincinnati, you're going to be that back that gets you the yardage,
Right.
plus run fast.
Right.
Okay. You have good vision
Mhm.
because you can make the cut, and then the other thing you kind of answered it. If you look inside first,
Right.
okay, and you also have the ability to plant that foot and get upfield. For some reason, college, and I like it, college coaches think that's important for a running back. You plant and boom, get upfield, and you go inside. Then you also have the speed to go outside because you
Right.
kind of bounce it. You're
Mhm.
still, and I think I'm an old coach, but you, as a running back outside, you still bounce it to the outside. You
Mhm.
don't sprint to the corner where now everybody can pursue you. You kind of get fast. And I think you're tough. I think you're tough. I think you bounce off of tackles, but like I told you before we got on this show, I'm not so sure you're not the best running back in Ohio in your 23 class.
Mhm.
Okay. And I don't know if recruiting right now how that's going, but you got that. Okay. What do you think you have to work on?
Me, I think um really what I have to work on, areas I have to work on, really is just really that 5th gear, you
Yeah.
know, after I get past the secondary, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
past you know, secondary and linebackers, it's just getting to the end zone. I
Yeah.
feel like I have to work on just that 5th gear, just finishing.
I agree with you. Don't let anybody catch you. Now the funny thing is, people don't really catch you,
Hmm.
so you have that great speed. Then the other thing is, I've watched you when you get to sometimes a guy's coming at an angle and he doesn't get you. You
Right.
know, he doesn't. You know, that's really good on your part.
Hmm.
And then you also, I don't know if you remember this, have the ability to be running fast downfield and make a cut.
Yes.
You know, stop and make a cut. And I think, again, that's plant and go. So I think that, and I think you have to improve on, just get bigger and stronger. I
Right.
mean, you're going to always keep getting faster, but get bigger and stronger the right way. The
Right.
right way. Okay. With what advice would you give to a freshman running back? Let's go a freshman running back, and you're going to be a senior, so
Hmm.
you've been there,
Right.
okay, and you've got an excellent coach, head coach. But what would you tell a freshman that's
Well,
struggling? It's August. He's
well,
struggling. What would you tell him?
first, before anything, I would tell them to stay focused off the field first.
Are you? Are you?
Yes, I am focused off the field. Yes, I
What does that mean?
am. Just being on your P's and Q's in school. I go to a public school, so it's a lot of girls. You know what I mean? Just staying focused. You know, kid coming in the high school is kind of different from middle school. You got a lot more freedom. So
Right.
sometimes kids want to be the show off or the ladies man. You know what I mean? But just staying focused and being disciplined
Good.
first.
Good. What about a football freshman that says, I'm tired? What do you tell him?
Oh, that's where the real work is supposed to be put in when you're tired. Then that's where the that's where you need the you know what I mean, to keep going. I will also tell a freshman running back to just you know keep your head down. You know what I mean? Just go with it. Learn, take it as a learning experience. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. For real, for real.
Sometimes you're only a play away, right?
Right.
You
Hmm.
know, you got to be ready to step in and stuff like that. Okay, second silly question. What's one thing that nobody knows about you? What's one thing
I can play the drums. A lot of people don't know that.
you can play the drums? Well, your mom's a singer and your stepfather's a drummer, man. You better be able to do something with music.
Yeah,
Or you
yeah.
don't eat. That's good. That's really good. Okay, now it's just silly, probably a silly question, but not. What's the best thing about playing football
Me,
for you?
the best thing about playing football. Let me think. Um, to me, a lot of people would say winning, but to me, it's just enjoying the competition. I
Yeah,
love the competition.
that's
I
really
love
good.
the competition.
So you better love football when you get to college.
Mhm.
Okay, we talked about that. Now, here's my last silly question. This goes fast, man. You're 13 and some minutes right now. Uh, it goes fast. What talent do you not have that you would like to have, but you'll never get?
Ooh,
What talent? What's something that you'd like to be able to do, you can't, and you never will be able to do?
backflip. I will never be able to do a backflip. I want to be able to do a backflip so bad.
You mean at the pool or on the ground, just regularly? Just
Regular. No trampoline. You know, the trampoline flips, those are fake. You know what I
okay. So when you score a touchdown in college, don't do it in high school because everybody will hate you.
mean?
But
Right.
maybe in high school, at the end of the season, you do a backflip and then you say, "That's for you, McAllister." How's
Okay. All right,
that?
I got you.
And I think you'll probably remember that.
I might need a little help, but I got you.
Tell me about recruiting. How's that going so far?
Recruiting's been going good. I'm getting recruited by,
Which guy up there?
I'll actually be with my trainer, Mark Harris.
Okay, okay, that's yeah. He does a good job of getting you guys around.
Right.
So you work out with with Mark Harris, then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. He's put a lot of guys into college. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of guys. Okay, football is about energy, and I think you've probably talked about this. What kind of energy or juice or whatever do you bring to a team? What quality do you bring to a team?
Well, me, I'm the loudmouth in a good way. In a
Okay,
good
good.
So
Tell me now, do people accept that or not?
yeah, at first I well coming in, well at my school now, coming in as a sophomore, they people I used to be a loudmouth, but people really didn't, you know, respect it.
Yeah,
But now, now people understand like why I do it, and
yeah,
just kind of bring the energy and start everything off, set the tone.
yeah. And plus, you produce. You produce,
Right.
and you know, and they know you have their back, and they have your back. That's good. But don't forget you produce.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a lot easier to take stuff from a guy that produces, and
Hmm.
you do that. Okay, was there ever a time you're going into your senior year? Was there ever a time when the light came on? That's why when you said, "Man, it's time to grow up. It's time to step up. It's time to get out." Was there ever a time? And maybe there hasn't been. Maybe you've always been that way. But as you look back, is there a time when you said, "I got to get after it now"?
Well, actually, so when I got my first offer from Toledo, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. You
Okay.
know, when I got there, Coach Cole just kept it straight and plain with me. Like, we want to offer you, we love your film, you know, we we been evaluating you for some time, and you're a producer, like you said. So once that happened, um, it's really, I already had it turned on, but now it's like that was when it was like, okay, now it's really time to,
Yeah.
turn up the heat, and yeah. So
You got that. You just turn that light up that to the brightest, right?
right to the
You know,
bright.
you got sometimes you got the three settings and it's the brightest. That's really super. Well, Ed, I really appreciate you being on the show. I have on my program. I have to ask you, I think one more question. And be honest with me. Okay, we didn't talk about school. How's school going?
School.
Are the classrooms a foreign country, or do you like it, or what?
Oh yeah, school is going good for me. You know, um, most of my classes are ran by my coaches, so my coaches are my teachers. You
Yeah.
know, so being able to just go to school every day and look forward to going to school every day, it's good. You know what I
Good.
mean?
Good, super. Now, I'm going to recruit you. Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
come to Maple Heights and recruit you. What's the best quality? If I said, Ed, I've heard all these bad things about you, and I've heard you're a troublemaker, you're in school, but you say my best quality is what? What would you say it is? Now, I'm not talking about football skills. I'm talking about as a person. What's your best quality?
Me, I'm just a open person. I'm open minded. You know, if your first time meeting me, I'll treat you like I know you my whole life. You know what I mean? I'm just an open person. You know,
So
very open person.
there's no hidden agenda, man. You got it right.
Right.
Okay. Well, Eddie Robinson the third. I look forward to seeing you maybe this fall, and definitely in camps. And like I told you, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of new at this,
Mhm.
evaluating players. But you are the best running back in the class. Okay. You got a couple competitions. There's a guy at Maslin that's pretty good. He's pretty
My
good
boy.
running. Huh?
That's my boy. I grew up with him.
You did.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my
Well, he's a guy. You too. And thanks again. I appreciate it. Okay.
appreciate you too.